deep into the forest, then led me to a fairly large cave in the base of a cliffside. As soon as I entered, I felt a chill crawl up my spine. The cave narrowed inside for a while before it opened up and led me to a great underground city. Unfortunately, just as I entered, I walked right into a nearly invisible barrier. I took a step back and pushed against it with my hands, surprised I was unable to go any further. A barrier, huh? Those Ming songs must have found a way to pass through it, I said to myself. Actually, no one alive can go through, a familiar voice said from behind me. I turned back to find that monkey girl Ren standing there with a hand on her hip. But then, how did they, I asked myself as I returned to examining the near-invisible barrier. No clue, she said with a shrug. So then, what are you doing here? I asked. I could ask you the same thing, she said, crossing her arms. Oh, so that's it. You were following me. Ren nodded and gave a cheeky, uh-huh, in affirmation. I couldn't help but smile as I turned back to her. Jacob and I snuck out a lot too, so I wasn't going to bother asking her about that. But something about her reminded me of myself. So you're a demigod too, right? Do you know anything about those Ming songs or what they came here for? I asked. She shook her head before she asked. That's what I was hoping to ask you about, with disappointment in her eyes as she kicked up some dirt in the other direction. I hear your dad's pretty strong. Why not leave it to him? I asked. Ren pursed her lips and puffed out her cheeks as she looked away. I waited a moment to see if she would answer, but when she didn't, I held up my fist and said, Listen, if you're strong enough to be of use, then I could use some help dealing with this touty thing. But if you don't have the nerve to back it up, then you should probably listen to your father. She seemed dumbfounded, and even more so when I started heading straight past her out of the cave. She called, Hey, wait! And started running after me, but I didn't wait up.